So the international media, the European media, is trying to act like they care about people dying when doing jobs, you know what I mean? And therefore, they are pointing fingers at Qatar and the creation of the World Cup facilities. And they're using this headline that over 6,000 migrant workers have died while working on the World Cup stadiums in Qatar. And again, that is such a huge hypocrisy. And they're basically weaponizing the media to use it against, you know what I mean, impressionable minds or people who just read, you know what I mean, and listen to anything that they see in the media without basically reading for themselves. But I'm going to add some clarity to this situation to show you how much of a hypocrite the European media is. So, statistics say that over the past 8 to 4 years, of 6,500 people died while working to complete preparations for the current work. All right. And more than 15,000 people are killed every year, you know what I mean, in gold mines. However, the European community is not concerned that 15,000 people are being killed in gold mines annually. You know what I mean? Because, of course, that gold is going right back to them. So that's not a problem to them. All right. Also, in 2020, 12,671 people were killed in the United States from gun violence. The European community is not concerned about that. You know what I mean? They're not trying to make sure that, you know what I mean, we ban guns and so forth. All right. There is this other one, welding. 60 people die each year from welding. You know what I mean? A very dangerous profession. A lot of people don't know, you know what I mean, that welding is very taxing on the body. Not just any welding, you know, serious welding like underwater welding and so forth, you know what I mean, where you're working on ships, you know what I mean? Those are very dangerous. Also, another very dangerous field is coal mining, and in the US alone, you know what I mean, documenting from in the 1900s until now, over 61,402 Americans, you know what I mean, have died on coal mines, you know what I mean, mining coal. And somehow that has slipped under the radar of the European media, who are so concerned that people died while creating the facilities in Qatar. And this was just me just picking out a few in the interest of time, you know what I mean? But if one would like me to delve deeper, I could pick out several other professions which are very dangerous. You know, I didn't even mention the army or anything like that, you know what I mean? I didn't even mention using nuclear warheads and so forth, you know what I mean? And, you know, killing populations because of the adverse effects it has on the environment. You know what I mean? Somehow the Europeans, they are not really concerned about those things, but they are concerned that 4,000 plus people died while creating the facilities for the World Cup in Qatar. And note, construction is one of those jobs, you know, which is prone to fatalities. This is not the first time people have died from, you know, taking part in construction, you know, I mean, especially high rising buildings and so forth, if you're trying to do things in a timely manner. But they are pretending that this is a first. You know, so hypocritical. And it's always when it has to do with these countries that have resources that they cannot control, you know, because Europeans always feel like, oh, we must control, we must take control. So because they can't control countries with the little oil like Venezuela, like Qatar, you know, like the Iraq, the Irans, you know, I mean, those small countries with oil, Saudi Arabia, they always try find a way to make them look extra horrible in the media, you know, to suit their own benefit. And no wonder why they are coming up with all of these topics of discussion, creating documentaries to defame FIFA's character, because FIFA is one of such organizations that, the level of control by the powers that be is not, a lot. They have a level of freedom to explore various territories that are not usually touched, by the Western world, and they refuse to allow laws and mores or certain principles or whatever to stop them from spreading the sport. FIFA is all about spreading the sport, spreading love, spreading unity by any means necessary. And that, ladies and gentlemen, the any means necessary attitude is what many of these European countries don't like, because they want to brand the sports in a way they want to brand it. They want to control this product, which is the number one product in the world. Football, the real football is the most viewed product in the world. And so can you imagine if they were able to weaponize this and use this to sell their own messages and tell the world what they want to tell them and promote the images that they want to promote? And so, ladies and gentlemen, because they don't have that control, that is why they are mad at FIFA. I'm out.
Pour up a shot, then fire two for me gangster friend. R.I.P. my friend. R.I.P. Pour liquor any pan the ground. Show the rest pan the 8 of them.